Hello and welcome back to another video. You can probably see the gator there behind Michelle's backside, so that will give you an idea of what I'm doing today. I am out doing a lot of just bitty fencing jobs, really, in a load of different fields and with a load of different issues, but it's a good fine dry day to get it done and it's not too warm. So I've been up to a few bits and pieces since my last video. I just didn't record it. I dehorned Elmo here. Where is she? Behind me, the limousine one. You'll remember that I couldn't dehorn this one, Penelope, because she didn't have any horn buds. Well, she still doesn't have any horn buds, which is a bit annoying because realistically she will have horns, but she just probably won't push them out for another month or so, and it's a vet job then and it's not a nice job, so that's a pity. Now that's my first one that I've had that just didn't grow the horns, and she's coming up to 4 weeks old now, so I can't really do them unless I do them in the next few days, and I just don't think she's going to have the horns to allow me to do it, so that was a bit of a pity. I put out more fertiliser across the way there. You probably can't see it, but they had it well fed down. So I got more fertiliser out there, so hopefully that'll start working. I did try to do more topping, but the ground was just too wet. So I left it, and look, at this stage, there's a bit of growth there, so we'll leave it off. We are in the middle of a really good spell. Temperatures are to get up to 17, 18 degrees this week, which is badly needed for the grass, so hopefully we'll get some growth out of that. And look, it's just good to dry up the place, and it's good for spirits and everything else. So yes, as I mentioned, I am going to be doing some fencing today, so look, I'm just going to get into it and I'll talk you through it as I'm going along. So this is my first port of call here, and basically what happened, you can probably see from the roots there, this tree was a hell of a lot bigger than it is now, and it toppled over into the neighbour's place, and it took all the roots and everything with it, including the wire and everything. So they cut it and it sprung back up, but now the wire is underneath it. So I'm just going to have to cut the wire on either side and patch it with a new bit. Put in new stakes because it pulled up the stakes and everything, and they're not worth anything really, those stakes. So yeah, shouldn't be too big a job, but we'll get into it anyway. It is warm work, but yet again I think I have made a terrible mistake. It wouldn't be like me, but the stakes that I bought, I thought I bought the same ones as I had before, which would be these ones here. Oh god, sorry, I don't know what I do with the camera. So that's the top of that one. They're quite high, but they're fairly slim. But the ones I got look like this. They feel like corner posts, all of them. So they're excellent, really strong, but very difficult to belt in myself. But the ground was with me there, so I always had a bit of height over them at least. But yeah, I have a whole bale of them now that I'm going to have to be using, but look, they're good. One thing I want to show you before I move on from here, so you'll see we are getting a decent bit of grass here. A lot of it has seeded out. I don't know, it's impossible these days to control the grass. I have no grass anywhere else, and then here I have too much. But I'm going to show you my rabbit problem here. I showed it on my Instagram there a while ago, but this will show you some of the extent of what I'm talking about and what they are eating from us. I hope it picks it up on the camera there now, but you can see the difference in where they haven't eaten it and where they have eaten it, like entire sections. Again, hopefully you'll be able to see, but that is not because I didn't spread fertilizer along here. You can literally see where they're working their way in from the ditches. It is just ridiculous. They have entire patches gone. So that is the grazing ground down here. It's actually probably worse in the silage field just because there's more fields affected and more patches. You can see there behind me as well, that's all eaten, just right there over my shoulder. They've eaten all of that. So I do have someone who has offered to come down and do a little bit of rabbit maintenance for me. So hopefully we can thin out a few of them. I mean, you're not going to get rid of them, and we don't want to get rid of them, but when you have the levels we have, it's just madness. We've always had a lot of rabbits and we could be giving out about the rabbits, but this year is just unbelievable. So between the deer and the rabbits now, it's a wonder I have anything for the cattle. But anyway, I'm going to get on to the next job. Actually, I'm going to fence these guys a new patch. I'm not letting them into it for a while because they still have a bit where they are and they're very content. But I'll set up the reels just so that I don't have to come back in here with the gator later. Now I am on to the next job and I'm up in what we call the bog. I'd say you can just about see the yearlings above there. I gave them a bit of ground up there, so just to keep them happy and to keep them away from me while I'm trying to do this. But basically the plan for this place this year will be, once the silage is done, we're going to reseed the whole thing, and basically up to the point where the cattle are above there is the plan. I mean, up to about 5 or 6 years ago, this place was cut for silage. Now there was always a bad patch in the middle, but other than that it was decent and we get a few bales out of it, but you can see it's just deteriorated so badly that we're just not getting enough out of it like everything else. So the plan will be to reseed the whole thing and we should just get a lot more out of up here then. But the job I have on today is just a typical thing here for us. So the wire is just pretty much hanging down around. If they wanted to get out of here, I think they would. You can just, I don't know, can you see how loose the wire is? There's just pretty much nothing there. There's no stakes there again. So I'm just going to put in a few stakes around it just to shore it up, tighten up the wire a bit, because there's often cattle over the ditch here. And they're up there now again. I'd say the cattle are there again, so that's where they spend a lot of their time, and I don't want anybody going over the ditch. So yeah, I'll get stuck into this now. Shouldn't take too long, I hope. now. So that was actually a really quick job. All it needed was 2 good strong posts. Sheehan is slobbering all over me here. To take the strain, I left the posts that were in there, and they're just not taking any of the strain. It's just looped through it. But yeah, it's tightened it all up. I don't know if you can see that at all behind me, but it's good anyway. They shouldn't be getting out of there in a rush. And of course I did have my audience in the end. They had to come down and see what I was doing. So that's it for up here. Just another couple of bits now and I am done. So this next one now is where the cattle were, and they basically broke out through this wire, just damaging the stakes and loosening the wire and everything with them. So I've never been able to get these stakes right, so I just said that the best thing to do would be to start again. So I just took all the stakes out from here. It's only 3 stakes, and I just put them in again in different holes because they had just become too loose, so there was no point in trying to just belt them in any further. Do not comment on the damage that I am doing to the top of the posts because I know, but I have done this quite a few times before to the same posts, and that's why. Same issue here with this one. This was probably the worst one. It was never actually really very firm into the ground because I made the hole the first day and it was just too close to the little bridge we have there, so it was obviously just a lot of stone or whatever underneath it. So I just took the plunge and moved it out, and yeah, absolutely destroyed this post in the process, but look, it's fine. Take no notice of that. And yeah, then the other one I just had to belt in a bit more. I thought this was ingenious by me. I just put the bar in to keep it that bit straight because it kept leaning to one side. But yeah, I'm sure most people would have done the same or found something easier to do. But yeah, it was a workout with the sledgehammer. I'm telling you, this wire, I am never getting high tensile wire ever again. It is impossible to work with, especially on my own. It looks great when it's done, but I definitely get something a little bit lighter next time, because even here, trying to get rid of the kinks and stuff in it was just far too much hard work. But anyway, Dad fixed the battery fence, so I just put that on then because they'd only go a way back down through it, and I just checked it then with the fence checker and it had a good 6 bars on it, so all good. This one is the best one now, and it's Dad's farm hack, so I'm going to let you listen to him explain.
That way, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Down in the hole. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Take your time. Take your time.
That was ingenious.
Alright,
Did you see that somewhere?
no. But you won't pull that up. Once you come back to this,
Legs?
right, it's nearly open. 1 second now. If you try, oh, it's gone now. I was going to say, if you try to drive the bell in at the bottom, you'll probably get it.
now. I've just let the 3 girls into the patch of grass there, so they're happy out. Big Red here, I forgot to mention, is due her calf. Well, she was due yesterday. Doesn't seem to be springing or anything yet, so it might be another couple of days, but we might hang on and wait and see what she gets. I'm done with the fencing now, happy to get those things done, all small bits but need to be done. And don't get me wrong, there is more to be done, but nothing that's a priority right now anyway, so it's good to have those bits done. So what I'll do is I'll come back when, fingers crossed, Big Red has her calf and we'll see what she has. So I said I would wait until Big Red calved to finish this video, but I can't wait because I need to get this video edited and out. She still has not calved. She does not seem to have any intention of calving. Myself and Dad even went as far as checking the dates again. I checked when I took a photo of it happening, just in case we put in the wrong month or whatever it was, but no. She is 6 days overdue now, and look, they've all been overdue this year, so hopefully now in the next couple of days, but I just can't wait. So look, I'll give an update at some stage. Hopefully all is okay there with her. Surely if she wasn't in calf, we would have seen her bulling at some stage over the past 9 months. So yeah, hopefully all will be all right. She's just carrying a bit extra. So look, I'll leave this video there and I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.